Psycho Squad Gaming Club role-playing episode. This features mature adults using mature language. If that bothers you, stop listening now. Enjoy our game and remember, alter reality on a regular basis.
Greetings, gamers. Psycho Squad Gaming Club is back. This is Keith, your Palladium GM for the day. We're going to be playing another episode of Burbs today. We got our usual cast with us. Nick is with us. Say hi, Nick.
Hey, what's up?
We got Catman Monte with us.
Green things and salutations.
And, of course, the new guy that we're all breaking in is Brandon.
Hey, yo.
So, last time, we had this huge fight, well, this huge riot, just right outside of Ratchet's house. It was basically an all-day combat session. Let's see here. Yeah, Jay, the new Cyber Knight started. You fought some people outside. Ratchet, you kind of stayed in the building the whole time, semi-naked, fighting fires, shooting people.
That's right. Me and my towel.
That and your towel caught on fire, by the way. So.
Yeah, so.
It was semi-naked.
Thankfully, you weren't wearing it, though.
Fires and helicopters.
Blowing it out with the helicopter.
Helicopter.
Harley shot looters went outside, started shooting looter. Yeah, let's try that again. I'm going to leave that in, to hell with it. Harley shoots looters outside until the coalition showed up, and then she was all like, well, time to go back in. And then Dion went bat psycho with a motorcycle and ran up and down the street beating up people with the motorcycle. Yeah, that happened. And then at the end, Recrimination Squad showed up and started shooting remaining looters. Other CS units came in on power armor and started clearing the place out. And that was basically where we left. So where we're going to start off today's session is, unless your character has anything important to do, then I'm just going to assume that we're all just going to finally crash like sometime before midnight. So when all this is said and done, it's going to be about 11 p.m. And it's not like you guys had a lot of sleep the previous day.
She's going to be trying to talk to medical to get help because she took some injuries to the point where she's bleeding. I know that much.
Oh yes. Okay, let me let's roll a percent for the coalition healing squad that is there, the medics that show up, and see if there's any psychics with them that can perform that function. You are in luck. They do have a psychic. It's actually going to be an officer for one of the medical units, and she will be able to do the psychic power of healing touch.
Now at least stop the bleeding, because that fire messed her up good.
Well, it won't do anything about the fire damage as far as cosmetic, which it wasn't on you that long, so I'll it's not like it was on you long enough to burn skin and everything. Maybe singe some hairs here and there if you'd like. But the hit point in the
27 points. I took 4 hit points of damage. I knew that was critical.
Right. The hit point damage in the SDC can be healed up by healing touch. That's no big deal. So you can consider yourself healed up at the end of the night. Okay.
She'll buy 3 tickets to the policeman's ball later.
Well, that wasn't the police. That was actually going to be maybe a version of the military. Well, it'd be a coalition states military unit that finally showed up to quell the riot.
The 18.
There's going to be more little Chi-Town police units that will show up, but that's mostly because they lost what, 2 people, I think. They had yeah,
at least 2, if not 4 or 5. They got the raw end of the deal on that one.
I think it was, if I remember correctly, at this time I still got to finish editing the previous episode, but if I remember correctly, it was just 2 police vehicles were involved in the fight, and there was only 1 officer that was alive for each vehicle, so it was 2 deaths of Little Chi-Town Police Department. Jay was helping out one, and then Monte, Harley was helping out the other one. So it's going to be the equivalent to 11 o'clock after they clear the streets. The local Little Chi-Town sanitation department comes by and sweeps up bodies and throws equipment into the back of trucks and stuff, and then they'll be done. So that's it.
Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead!
Again, unless you guys are going to do anything terribly big, you can easily crash. It'll be about 11 o'clock. It'll be a little late.
Make up some pallets and try to get a decent shower. Beyond that, it's called, okay, order out for dinner and fall asleep halfway through.
If everyone's at the shop after everything's done and said, I want to let everyone know about Jay, that my old master sent her. I have to say her because, yeah. But I want to make sure everyone knows that, that she is here for me.
Oh, good.
Damn, threesome. I don't give Ratchet
we're not doing doggy style.
I don't give Ratchet enough credit. Son of a bitch. Damn.
And hopefully Farrah didn't show up that night.
Cyber Knights. Wow, dude.
Yeah.
What is that up with
I
that?
gotta try everything. Variety, spice of life.
What is going on? Okay, guys, seriously. What's going on with our group? Why is everything so different? Nick is like effing everything in the universe. He didn't used to do that. We have a new guy that shows up that has a character that is female and has bigger boobs than a character that Monte has made.
But that's just because she's 7'3".
I don't get it. What's going on here? What's going on? Where am I? Where are we?
Something big on the horizon.
This is not something that normally happens with us.
Just flow with it.
Yeah, okay, all right. So you're going to tell everyone, again, that
my master or sensei, Zarvak, had sent Jay to my residence, and that's why she's here. So that nobody gets any outrageous ideas of where she's from, or why she's there, if she's haunting me, that this was...
Too late.
I don't know. I'm just clarifying any suspicions of where this dog came from. Cool. And she can stay at the residence, of course.
She's gonna have to provide her own bed because we don't have any. We're still trying to fix the fire damage for our cots.
I can give her some blankets and she can make do for now, and then in the morning she can go.
We're definitely making a stop at the utility repair shop tomorrow.
All right. Just making sure, like, as Dion went on a rage bin, so he come back, sees her, just saying, hey.
Yeah, I was gonna cover that. Yeah. After Dion hung out with Recrimination Squad for a little while, and then he'll come back in, put on some clothes, start the pot of water, and it doesn't take a perception check. I'm just gonna let everyone's gonna notice this. Maybe not Jay, but I'll just explain it as such. And Jay, you can just take it for what you want. When Dion comes back into the shop, he physically looks smaller, and he's not as energetic. He's like almost normal. Nothing like what a crazy or what he was acting like previously. now he's just kind of like, shoulder slumps down, small, kind of a little bit small of a frame, and he's calm, and he just starts fixing food, and he complains about, wow, that was tiring. I'm like really, really tired. Man, I'm gonna need some shut-eye tonight. Which is, again, completely out of character because the guy stays up for 4 hours out a day. Or 4 days out of a week. That's a crazy for you. So, but something, yeah, it's a little off for what you're used to. And as far as
the name was a little off.
And as far as the Cyber Knight goes, Dion just goes, cool. I thought she was sent by Farah. But I guess that's kind of impossible. It is a Cyber Knight.
I just looked at her by herself and thought she was sent by Farah.
Who is Farah?
His girlfriend.
Never met him.
Her.
Work relation. Nice girl. Got boys with her. Fun guys. One of them is going to try to eat you out of house and home for tacos.
Okay, then.
Dion will say, Farah works for the Coalition States Psionic Division. She's a Psi Stalker, policewoman kind of person.
And her eyes just go wide.
And she does have her own Coalition dog pack. 2 Dobermans and a Bulldog. And they follow her everywhere.
Yeah, there's a look of concern on her face.
Just for Dion's sake, I'm going to roll a percent after I move some dice here. I'm going to roll a percent for Dion to see exactly how much he would know about Cyber Knights to make that. It's really not too much of a skill for it, so I'm just going to go off a basic percentage to lower the more you know kind of thing, like we did with Monte and Off Gaming, and he rolled stupid high. So Harley knows absolutely nothing about Cyber Knights other than Cyber Knight, the name. So good job. Nice way to screw that roll up at the perfect time.
I'll screw others up, I promise.
So 32. So Dion knows enough about Cyber Knights, and he knows that they're not related at all to anything with the Coalition, so he's just like, I don't know, it's going to be kind of up to Farah about how she perceives you. You're a Cyber Knight. You're kind of neutral in everything still, I think. After the Tolkien War, it's kind of like a love-hate relationship, really, that I heard. I mean,
before my time.
No, you were being trained during that. It was just like...
Oh, what?
Oh,
okay.
yeah. No. Tolkien Wars was just a few months ago. It just ended not too long ago.
I guess I really don't know how to respond then.
Yeah. December PA 109 is 6 months after the fall of Tolkien. So it's still... The fall of Tolkien is still very fresh out there. So there's no way that in your training you did not know about that, because all Cyber Knights were involved at some point with that kind of stuff. Even if you were newly trained, maybe not released at the time, but you probably helped take care of convoys of refugees coming to probably, well, more likely, yeah, because you were raised in what area again? Was it?
New Casper.
Yeah, there would be Tolkien refugees coming to New Casper easily. It's not that far. So yes, you would have definitely known about that whole war, and maybe not been involved, but at least seen the aftermath of it.
Okay.
How the Coalition handled it, and it is completely up to your character versus how you think about the Coalition, how you think about magic, whether it was a good or bad thing. Maybe you're new. That's all up to you. How you feel.
Neutral, but leery of the CS.
Yeah, right. I know what you rolled. I was just... It's going to be interesting. So what does Harley think now about this new information, Monte?
Now she's curious. She's like, no wondering, okay, it's a cyber knight. Never met one before. Only hear tell. Now she's curious.
Okay.
By this point, she's probably already taken off her outer armor and like gotten into normal clothes. So no sleeves, and like you could see on her right forearm, there is a long list of information that, if you took a closer look at it, she could explain what it is.
You got it tattooed on you?
It's more engraved in the metal.
Oh, okay. So I'd say, I was like, what?
She can't take off her cyber armor. She's going to take off her heavy, like medieval, but it's modern power armor. It's actually environmentally contained. It's from the Cyber Knight Monastery. So, but it's heavy composite armor. But she'll take that off, but she's still going to have her cyber armor around. And apparently she really needs a lot of cyber armor to maintain chest levelness. Let's put it that way.
Gee, A-grab units.
Monte used to play a D&D character that had adamantine breastplates just to keep his character standing. That was
over the shoulder boulder holder.
Great bludgeoning weapons, trust me. Did it. Shield bash, modified.
Except she kept getting killed by our barbarian. Greg's barbarian.
No help. No help.
Yeah, no help at all. We'll crash. I'm going to roll a cooking skill for Dion. He's going to try and cook again. He had to start over from scratch. He had to dump his potato water. So, for him, it was a worthy cause. So, and he gets a 28. That is some good food, guys.
Well, it tastes better on the plate as opposed to when I'm wearing it.
Right. So Ratchet, going out and going shopping might have just been worth it after you eat this. It was pretty good.
Good job, Dion. Good job. Good stuff.
Yeah. So we're going to have to lock up. No one is really going to be able to stay awake for guard duty. Even though I don't think that at this time we have to. There's an awful lot of... There's a big police force, and you can hear the sounds of flying power armor and vehicles probably from the CS still buzzing around for several hours just to hunt down riders that escaped them and, the looters and stuff like that. So it should be okay today. You say about 11:30, about midnight is when everyone's basically going to just pass out. There's enough of the cots that didn't get burned that we can still use them. Harley and Dion, of course. And Harley, I don't know if you mind, but Dion, I think we covered before, Dion had put both the cots like together to make like one cot.
And that's why both beds are gone, darn it all. It's like, it's a case of just
a welder went.
Like, clean the burnt remains away and so forth. Twisted metal. Oh well. Make up the pallets.
No, he took two double, your single cot and his single cot, and he put them together. There's room for both of you. I'm just saying he kind of put them together.
Yeah, that's the problem, because they caught on fire.
Well, they didn't catch on fire where they were ruined. They weren't even on fire for like 8 seconds when you really think about the time. They got put out pretty quick. You got to those pretty fast.
Yeah, and then started wearing it.
Right. So after that, it's just basically up to Jay where you're going to crash out. Think of this.
Bed there? Guess what?
Think of this as one of those automotive aircraft or aircraft mechanic buildings. Has a dome shape with windows around the side, big roll-up doors on the side, things like that. It's kind of a big metal building like that. But inside, 1/4 of the building actually has a second floor office set up, but the rest of it is all open. And we basically just kind of took over open areas in the shop, and we go there. Because Ratchet seems to think that he's in charge, so he took the upstairs rooms. He thinks he's a big shot like that.
If there's a wall that's like completely vertical, she might just sit down up against that and where she sleeps.
Good enough. Good enough. Just kind of hang stuff off of pegs that you put on the wall and say, that's good. That's good.
Instead of sleep.
Right.
Calm yourself.
Okay. Not surprisingly, Ratchet, you get woken up. It's somewhere around 1 o'clock in the morning, and someone crawls into your bed, is laying on top of you. It's warm. It's naked. It feels great. So...
Put my hand over it. Look forward.
It's just...
Make goo goo with gaga sounds.
Yeah, there you go. You guys start getting kind of hot and heavy, but then Farrah will break off and sigh and lay down like something is bothering her. And she's rubbing her forehead.
Uh-oh, feedback.
Uh-oh. I coddle her. Not sure what's going on. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
Yeah, she's going to tell you that she's really tired, hasn't been able to sleep a whole lot because every night she's been getting these psychic nightmares of just like impending danger looming all around, but she can't focus on where it's coming from. And apparently it's been happening a lot to other psychics as well. So she's just kind of lost her train of thought, and she just needs to rest, is what she says.
I haven't had any of these episodes. I don't know what's going on. But I'm here to hold you, to help you sleep any way you can.
Right, and while she's kind of rubbing her head, and she'll ask you if you can just take your 2 fingers and just kind of rub the side of my head at these 2 locations, that would help. So, you know, like you said, so you just kind of take up a position, squatting over her head and just rubbing her temples, and I mean, and that seems to just about have the same effect as like an intercourse for her. She's just gonna lay there and be like, ah. Also inform you, probably the reason why you haven't received any of these psychic premonitions is because you don't have a danger sense or an ability to look into the future, or you're just not open to the energies of time dilation, is the way she puts it.
In other words, I'm a minor little lame fuck, huh? I see. Yes, I'm minor in dabbling in psychics, but
basically you don't have telepathy and sixth sense or any of those. Is what's going on. So she'll calm down and pretty much pass out. Jay, you wake up several times, sweating, breathing really hard, and you find yourself with about the equivalent of half of your ISP is just gone. It just feels like it's being constantly expended.
Probably whenever she wakes up, like, she's going to have the rapier drawn, like, before she finally settles back down.
Yeah, it feels like your sense evil is constantly on. Your sixth sense is just gone into overdrive, but you can't pinpoint what is setting off your sixth sense. Normally with sixth sense, you can't be surprised. You know if there's an attack coming from behind or wherever it's localized from. That's why you get those combat bonuses when sixth sense goes off. This is just, it's not localized. It's just ever surrounding you, and it's constantly giving you images and headaches, and you know, it's a psychic nightmare. If there's a accurate descriptor, more than that, I don't know it, but that's it. That's what it feels like.
She's gonna try to meditate, but probably fail miserably.
Yeah, even meditation is going to be rough. You just don't sleep that well, you have a hard time concentrating. This night's going to be kind of buggy for you.
Half total or half remaining ISP?
It just half your ISP. When the night's done, you're going to be, well, let's see here. You're going to be you have 42 ISP, so you're going to have, at the end of the night, you're going to have about 18 ISP left. You're going to be, you're going to be psychically drained. There's a physical toll from spending ISP and PPE. Your endurance gets adjusted by the percentage amount. So kind of think of yourself that you woke up and you're like 75% of your endurance is just gone because you just didn't rest enough. You didn't feel like you got any rest. You're tired, you're irritable, you're just all like, Okay. So you just had a hard time sleeping. Harley, unless you do anything, you and Dion just have a good night. He talks about how tired he is, and it seems like when his head hits the equivalent of a pillow, which is a closed stuffed backpack for him, he's like snoring out. Just out, like a normal guy.
It'll be rich to see which one of us is unconscious first.
I'd like a perception check from Harley and Dion. The reason why I'm not including Jay is because you've got your own issues. It's not something you're concentrating on right now. You're too busy going, my head feels like a watermelon and I need to be somewhere to split it. Oh, good. What did you get, Harley?
14.
Good, because I rolled an 8 for...
Keep snoring like that, you're going to hail some of those backpack straps.
Yeah, apparently he's really out. You, somewhere just... If you look at a watch, I just assumed that you would look at a watch, but you know that front door is locked, but it opens, and you just kind of with one eye look over there. You're a combat person, so you're used to light sleep. That's what the perception roll was for. You may even drape one arm over underneath your cot, looking for your mule, which I know it sleeps like right next to you, right? So,
it's funny.
Yeah. So, but you see across there 4 figures come walking in, and you can tell by the silhouettes that it's Farrah and her dog boys.
When that happens, she'll actually look at them, and she'll do it slow where they can see. She'll lean up, stick an arm out, and go, bang, gotcha. Lay back down. Throw her finger out.
Yeah, if they saw you, you don't tell from the silhouettes that they did anything. Farrah just bounces upstairs. You just see her go. And the 3 dog boys just immediately lay down in like their little makeshift area that they had set up by the door.
Yeah, that's one of those extra bodies to help watch in case of problems. Always a good thing. So
we will jump to the morning, unless anyone's going to just sleep in something terrible. Probably Jay. There's just not enough sleep for you. Roughly about 4 in the morning is when you will be able to, well, let's say at 4 in the morning, your meditation kicks in and does what it's supposed to do, and you're able to get rest. So when people start moving around, I will say probably about 8 in the morning, you're like, I got 4 hours-ish, but it was the previous time before that I didn't like,
Now, where's the meditation skill? Because I know it does something.
It lets you gain ISP back. It's actually on your character sheet. If you go to the psionics sheet, and then on the bottom, it'll have PPE and ISP recovery. With ISP, you can get 6 points per hour of meditation.
You said I get 4?
You can basically... I'll go ahead and say that since you were able to rest and meditate, you can get 4 hours of meditation in. So you'll gain 24 points. So
that's exactly what I needed.
You'll feel better. But even if you're at a very high level of ISP, the fatigue on your body is still as if you didn't sleep that well.
She's probably going to be trying to hit the coffee as soon as everyone else gets up.
That is one of the things we learn. Well, I learned through basic that for psychic characters, meditation is good. It don't replace actual sleep.
Yeah, it's more for recovery of ISP and to calm your mind down. But yeah.
Well, that's what she needs.
Yeah. Dion will wake up just a little bit before 8, and he'll start working on breakfast. And of course, the very first thing is coffee. Which, Harley, you will be, in his eyes, you'll be woken up first with Dion tapping you on your shoulder and stuff, and in your hand, and he guides your hands to grip around a warm cup of coffee. That, well, let's roll. How incredible!
You were gonna say something else, but okay.
No. Later.
It's warm. It's really warm.
Ooh, Ot 9. Damn. This is the best smelling coffee that you think you've ever smelled before in your life. I mean, you've been to Starbucks in Little Chi-Town. As soon as you put your hands around it, you went, oh, holy shit. Yeah.
First thing she was doing when he taps her shoulder, she rolls, looks at him, slides her arm up, basically, starts to pull him toward her, and then she gets arm moon coffee. It's like, oh, that's what you want. Like, well, hey, it smells good. All of a sudden, he's like, wait a minute, I just got forgotten for a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
Well, he did buy an expensive coffee maker.
Yeah, he did. I didn't put it down, but we actually bought a professional grade. It actually adds 10% to the cooking skill for his coffee. So I didn't put it on the character sheet yet. Thank you for reminding me, dude. I completely spaced putting all that stuff. Oh no, I did it. There it is. Professional coffee maker plus 10%. So, and then he gets a plus 10% for all the cooking set utensils and everything that he bought. We bought professional grade for that too. So, good. So this place smells. Ratchet's warehouse smells freaking amazing from the coffee. That's something dumb. Dion gives Harley the coffee, and Harley's starting to wake up. He'll give her a light kiss on her forehead, and then he's going to go over and start cooking. And Harley, you will notice that Dion is dressed, but he's well, that's another roll. I keep forgetting to do these rolls, so sorry guys. Things changed with my character. Now I gotta play it. But we have the skills, so I've got to do it. And he gets a 27. So he's dressed in like Dockers and a long untucked shirt, and he's groomed up nice, and you can't help but to look at him and go like, he's fixing breakfast dressed like a model. Hello. So
well, and this is day to wake up to it. Did he hit his head with that motorcycle once or twice? Or did somebody hit his head with something else?
Yeah, he hit his head on you. Two twins.
She's kind of rolled over and kind of just slapped him against the head, and he kind of just laid there, and you couldn't see him, my shoulders up.
Just saying.
Oh, and Dion will also tell Harley, I guess Farrah came over. He points over at the dog boys that all three of them are already up. They're just sitting there.
Yeah, I thought I saw four shadows last night. I shot at them. I missed. Went back to sleep.
Yeah. Then you'll hear a gruff voice that comes from the bulldog who's walking over. That would be Snape. He comes walking over, grabs some coffee, drinks it, snaps his head up, sniffs the coffee, looks over at Dion, gives him a fist pound, and Snape just goes, "God damn, dude. What the hell's this about? Keep that shit up." And then he'll walk by Harley and just look at Harley, and he's got that he's got a smile on his face that you know what that means, Harley, when he kind of looks at you and just nods his head up and down as if kind of like, you know, the whole look of all like, oh yeah, you're doing just fine.
Adam smiles, holds up a hand with the number 5 and just grins.
He gives you a thumbs up. He's just like, yeah. And then he has this look on his face like, new guy, and then he points over at Jay sitting up against the wall, who apparently is still meditating at this time.
Harley looks at him, puts her cup down, makes sure she's meditating, smiles, cups herself, and then winks in her direction at him. The whole of like, you know, she got bigger, etc. It's like, you know,
wow,
yeah, a little bit effective.
Harley the matchmaker.
Like David and Goliath there.
Yeah.
And I think she doesn't notice because
she's got good, fine puppy hips.
Oh, okay.
It's like Olga the Oathbreaker.
Yeah. The Snape looks at Jay, then he'll look back at Harley, and he'll mouth the words Cyber Knight.
He looks at him, nods, and says, and whispers, apparently so. She said, I've never seen one before, but she's big. She's real big.
You see him immediately, as soon as you say apparently, he has this screwed up look in his face of kind of like disgust, and just waves his hand as in saying, yeah, forget it. And then he just turns his back and walks off and heads over to the other, his boys.
She deliberately whispers so she knows he hears it before she leaves. Her said, like, you shouldn't have rode her off. She could have rode you like yesterday's laundry.
If he heard it, you don't know about it, so.
What was that one? Death by Snoo Snoo?
All right.
In this game, it has happened.
Yes. Snoo Snoo.
Right. Ratchet, you'll wake up. You'll wake up first. It smells amazing in your place. You wake up and you're like, God damn. You're like,
I'll even go down in my shorts. Shit.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, all of this. Where is this at?
Farrah doesn't even move. You don't know. You don't remember what time it was that you kind of nodded off, giving her that head temple rub, but you did it for so long that you felt your middle fingers just kind of like numbing up, and your
wow.
and your forehead kind of like hitting your chest. You were like, okay, I'm awake. You know.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of one of those nights, and then finally you're like, I'm gonna go to sleep now. She seems to be out. So you go into the warehouse. You see everything that I've explained, unless there's any other detail that you want.
Nope, my ass is going to the coffee maker.
Dion meets you halfway with your favorite cup, and he just says Colombian brand vanilla. Yeah, fancy coffee shit. So,
yeah. Thank you, Dion. So, holy shit!
Yeah,
this is great.
If you're a coffee lover, it's pretty
orgasmic.
Good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Hard on.
Yeah.
After I take this first step,
take that sip, and however you.
Check better.
It's up to you, man. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, that's fine.
Cool. Jay, you will get woken up by the sounds of people moving around and stuff. You can slowly open up your eyes and realize that terrible headaches and images that's been flashing has subsided. What I'd like for you to do is roll me a perception check, please. This is how well do you remember all these images and the assaults?
Okay.
It's a D20
I'll
plus.
go ahead and make her coffee and bring it to her.
Okay. D20 plus 3.
Oh, geez. 7 total.
All right, you don't hardly remember shit. It's like horrific.
I just know.
Yeah, you just know that you had nightmares, but you can't really focus on what any of it was, what it meant. You just, not even pattern recognitions. If anything, maybe colors of black and red that was swimming through your head. That's about it.
I just know it sucked.
Right. It sucked. And then Ratchet apparently walks up to you with some really damn good smelling coffee. If you're a coffee person, I say just go up.
She will.
It's up to you.
Happily accept.
Okay. She'll take the coffee from her, and that's when you're immediately going to notice there's 3 Coalition dead boys across the warehouse, angled off towards the right near the front door. They're not hard to miss. They're all looking at you while sitting there. 2 Dobermans and 1 bulldog.
You can see she's about to do a spit take.
She's like, uh-oh.
Don't worry about them. They're with me. Well, they're with my other half. They came with her last night. They're her bodyguards. Boys. Nod. Take a drink. And they're just they're wary of new people, so they're looking at you like they don't know what's going on. You might need to introduce yourself here soon before they get foamed at the mouth.
So when Ratchet, real quick, Ratchet, when you did the nod at them, the bulldog will look up and he'll do this to Ratchet. One of the other Dobermans, the not so mean one, he's got a data pad open. He just kind of nods. The mean one doesn't even look up at his data pad and just gives Ratchet the middle finger.
Yeah.
And it just,
That's okay.
You're just all
2 out of 3 is fine.
Yeah. Meet shit.
Get his good side, throw him a steak.
She's going to respectfully nod, but not look at them.
Oh, they weren't nodding at you. They were all in response to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, she's recognizing that they're there.
Yeah.
Right.
But she's not making eye contact. Fuck that.
Yeah. Not today, thank you. Not today.
The bulldog is Snape, and then the 2 boys are black and serious.
And those are proper noun names, not attitude, but it still counts. They are black and serious.
Yeah.
Dog boys' lives matter, people. Anyways, that's a hell of a movement right there, tell you what.
Tattoo bones on there.
I'm slightly wondering, like, isn't there supposed to be a stalker with them?
She's upstairs sleeping. Yes, in my bed.
So
just look up at him.
There's a size stalker, a coalition size stalker here in this building.
Yes.
I'm not playing your character, Brandon. You know, absolutely, it's not even a role. Because of your upbringing and everything, and what you rolled for the CS, you know what a size stalker is.
They're the preferred group of the CS for her, but they're still CS.
Right. And I'm still a user. That makes absolutely no sense. Of why she's here. We just kind of hit it off. Yes, she understands who I am.
Technically,
what I do.
Ratchet should be Alpo right now. I mean, it's...
Yeah. But we hit it off. We've been working on this relationship for quite a while, and it's proving very beneficial. We have feelings for each other. She hasn't turned me in yet. I'm hoping never. But she says that she has the same feelings towards me as well, so I'm going to roll with that. I trust her. I have trusted her with our lives, with my life. And yes, I let her suck me every night.
Yeah, don't speak for anybody else. Just speak for yourself. Rest of us have our own issues.
Say it.
Yeah.
And me knowing full and well who his teacher was, I have a pretty good understanding of what he is.
Yes.
And it's just like,
Yeah. Take a coffee. It's all good.
That coffee is going to disappear.
Yes, add it up in your mind, and you get the same confusing number other people did.
And Jay, since you've been in here, I'm not worried about rolls. I'm just going to tell you because you've spent some time with these people automatically. You sense psychic energy from Dion. You sense magic and psychic energy from Ratchet. Harley is a flatline no on everything that is supernatural magic and psionics. I think that's it out of our immediate group. If Thomas shows up, but you already knew he was a mage, but he'll light up like a freaking torch in a darkened room. Yeah. So
he was out there on the street, but he never introduced himself.
Yeah, that's true. Right. That's true.
He never came in, or he probably.
The real question is, what happened to the body he shoved in a closet?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he did after the attack, so.
She's just going to kind of be quiet throughout this entire exchange, like, not really talking to anybody unless they talk to her. Like, she's not quite sure what to make of all of this.
Okay.
So if you need anything, let me know. This is my place. Everyone respects each other in my place. If you have anything, any questions, you need anything, you let me know. Don't worry about the boys over there and Farrah. They respect being here. They respect everyone who is in this place. Okay?
Yeah. There's some snorts and some grunts and, maybe some little smart ass. Yeah.
She'll kind of raise an eyebrow and then just she'll get up and show the fact that she is 7'3".
Yeah, snorts and grunts. What was that remark about your shoes last night?
Let me copy. I'll be right back.
Someone is walking down the stairs dressed in only a robe.
I need coffee now. I need to get my coffee.
So she's Farrah's walking down the steps. So
as soon as I get my coffee,
All right, so Ratchet, you're giving Farrah some coffee. Okay,
yes.
Yeah, she'll take a sip. She just looks tired, man. She really does. She looks tired. And Jay, when you look at Farrah, your senses don't pick up anything from her.
Okay.
Which is not surprising. If she's a talented Psy Stalker, they have powers to mask their abilities.
But I know that usually a Dogboy pack would have a Psy Stalker with them.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It's not, she's bald and she's got PSI tattooed in black letters on both sides of her bald head. So it's not hard to miss.
Right.
And she struggled with sleeping too?
Yeah, if you were to read her, she looks like she's just tired and she looks worn out.
I think after she's a good halfway down her coffee, Farrah, that is, I'll probably make myself known and just calmly say, "You too."
Let's back that up. There's stuff that happens in between that. So
okay.
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. There's other stuff. So you give the coffee to Farrah. Farrah will take a drink of it, and she'll actually look up and she's like, "Where did you go? This is awesome."
That man over there is a coffee god.
Coffee god. She's and she'll look over at, he's all the way across fixing breakfast, and she'll just say off in that direction, "That's, you outdid yourself." And then she keeps on looking, and she gets this weird look on her face. And then she looks over back at you, Ratchet. And
question it?
And she goes,
"It's okay.
He didn't hear me? Or is he ignoring me?"
He's probably focused. I'm going to lean into her on her ear. Since you had sex with Harley, he's changed. So, yeah. Go back to drink.
She's just going to smile, and while she makes this comment, she's patting you on the cheek and walking past you, and she'll whisper back, I hear good pussy does that. And walks past you.
Damn.
Touche.
Legend has it.
So she walks past. Looks like she's walking over towards her dog pack. No one says anything, and then she turns around. And Jay, this is the point that you stand up and you start walking over, and she like immediately cuts you off, and the both of you right in the middle. You get up and start walking that way, and she just turned around and just took like 3 strides in her bare feet and just went thump, thump, thump. And she's right there in front of you. Not that it matters to you, but she is a human size stalker, Caucasian. She's 5'8", 110 pounds. She has a physical beauty of 19. So she is actually she is very fit and looks very good. And she's augmented up front to be very round, shall we say. So
I'm going to be as courteous as I can, given my feelings towards the CS.
Right.
And just kind of offer a hand for like a handshake.
Oh, crap. There goes dice. I'm about to
And
roll
my ass coming down the stairs.
I'm
real
about
quick.
to roll this percentage to see how she feels about Cyber Knights.
I am heading towards them.
So this is going to make or break how this conversation goes on this roll right here. Yeah. It's just like, so how do I want to do this? I will say the lower the number, the more positive, because that's what we've been doing about how we handle stuff. So, and that's how I did the Bulldog. He rolled like a 70-something, so he's just all like, Cyber Knights, they suck. And then he walked off. So,
fuck you too, buddy.
well, yeah. No, you won't be. Actually, I don't think you're going to get there.
I would.
Okay. Interesting. She will not shake your hand. She's going to hold on to the coffee and sip it and look at you, and then just make a blanket question of, why are you here? Not, hi, how are you? Oh, no. She's just like, why are you here?
Ratchet's team.
Ratchet's all like, I'm about to get my ass kicked. Ratchet, do you feel like back to being a young kid practicing magic when your master caught you doing stuff you weren't supposed to be doing again?
Oh my gosh. I am heading there now.
All right. So you said Ratchet's team. Did I hear that right?
He said Ratchet's teacher.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she'll say, as in, you are Ratchet's teacher? And Ratchet's all like,
Baby, honey bear, hold on. Yeah, right. Where's that teleportation thing?
A friend of his sent me.
Okay, real quick. Stop this interaction kind of quick. Let me just switch over.
I shouldn't have said that, no.
Harley and Dion, both of you at the same time, see this going on. Harley, you will see Dion reach over to a side table, take a little off the cooking area. There's rags and stuff that he uses for cleaning. Underneath is one of his laser long pulse pistols. he's just picking up the pistol, and he's just kind of keeping it cradled next to his chest, and he's mouthing the words to Harley. Uh-oh. Harley, what do you react with?
That's when she's thinking maybe she should go sit down on her bed, enjoy her coffee, make sure she knows where that mule is, and subtly put in a fresh load of 12 rounds.
That was probably already in last night. That's just one of those things, so.
Yeah, it's one of those, know where it is, keep it handy, enjoy the coffee, keep my eyes on things and see what's gonna happen.
The three dog boys, the two Dobermans, you don't remember when they stood up, but you just know that they are up and have their hands on their hips, as in like, we can reach a gun, a knife, or a neural mace right here. And the bulldog is just standing there with his arms, his massive arms over his chest, just all like, let shit break loose. I'm ready. So
she's thinking to herself, gee, and all I wanted this morning was a Spanish omelet.
Yeah, no shit.
All right, so now that that's done, we'll go back to this main group, and you replied with what again, Jay? His teacher sent me? No, his teacher sent me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So she's still holding the coffee, and she's gonna make a little side glance at old Ratchet, and she'll say, "Oh, you have a teacher that you haven't introduced me to. My secrets."
My mind is screaming fuck right now.
And not the good kind.
No.
And on the second sip, she's looking at Jay, and she goes, "That's a word that describes this situation, yeah. So you are going to be staying here?"
Oh, does he let me?
Well, he is the caring type. He sees good in everyone, myself included. So it makes sense. I'm just going to say welcome. I will stay out of the way the best I can, but your duties and my job are kinda in conflict with one another, so don't do anything that's gonna make me have to question between personal feelings and duty to the states, because I think we both know which one I'm going to choose.
She nods and just tries to see if she can just get her way out of that conversation.
This is so awkward, to say the least, is what you're feeling, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It appears I said something I shouldn't have.
So
Maybe I think Jay needs to get her mug refilled. Baby cakes. Oh man. Jay, go get your coffee filled.
And I will do so, because like
yeah, Jay walks off. The three dog boys sit down. Farrah doesn't even glance at them. They sit down in a manner in which they were like you give an order to a dog boy, but nothing was said, of course. They just all like, and down. So they just sit down. Dion's got, he's just like this, and he's just all like, blink. All right, cool. So
back to cooking.
No one's shooting. We're done here. So.
Oh my God.
And Jay's just going to start recontemplating her life choices.
Yeah.
Things Abby didn't know it.
Farrah turns pretty quick to face Ratchet, and she's like, "A moment, lover?" And then starts walking upstairs.
I'm going to get a refill.
One moment.
That joke game may go somewhere else.
That's for real. Get a refill and pop my ass up there. And my little skimmies.
You walk over, and Dion already has a cup for you, and he pours it into your favorite cup, and he's got these, he's like this. And
yeah.
You're actually going to see him mouth, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll get through this. Oh my God.
I'm just going to play it off as the fact that she's 6 years old. So
I really hope that they let us be cellmates.
Thanks, Dion. Thanks.
I can be great cellmates to him.
It's so touching.
I can be a great cellmate to my box of ashes that I call my friend.
You fucking suck, okay?
Not helping.
Not helping. I will be fine. Might get slapped or sucked out of all my shit, but you know what? It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Whoops! Wow, this got cringy real fast, guys.
Oh. All right, pop my ass upstairs.
I rolled a 57 for a cooking skill check, and only because of the bonuses he gets with the cooking set utensils does he pass. Breakfast is either good or it's average. I mean, he made the skill check, so it's gonna be good. So
okay.
Yeah. So
I will have to wait to eat because.
Yeah. All right. So you go upstairs, and when you go upstairs, she's sitting on the bed with an unhappy look on her face, her empty coffee cup in her left hand, and you immediately notice her right foot is just twitchy and bouncing, nervously on the yeah.
Yeah, I go over, switch out her empty cup with my cup.
She'll accept it.
Yes, baby girl. Talk to me.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
She's gonna stand up and get right in your face. What the fuck is what I said?
This was a bombshell dropped on me last night during the raid. She showed up, came to help us out.
It's a fucking cyber night. Some people in my order consider that illegal.
Look at me. I didn't order one. There was no fucking catalog. I didn't say, yo,
I wasn't thumbing through the JCPenney catalog and said, I want to fuck my life up. I'm going to order that one. Yeah.
I did not order one. Evidently, my master, which no name shall be mentioned, they thought that I needed protection from what's going on.
If I want to know his goddamn name, I'll pull it out of your head.
I'm not going to. Well, later. You can do that later. But for now, we're just going with what is. She showed up. She's here to assist me in bodyguard. If not, I'm here to also teach her. Whatever the case may be, she showed up last night. Unexpected, surprised me. I don't know what to make with this right now. We're still rolling with it. You have to believe me, trust me. I'm not hiding this from you. It just kind of showed up.
You need to understand that ever since Tolkien fell, there is a, shall we say, tumultuous relationship between coalition states and cyberknights. And there are actually a legal list of arrest of names of certain cyberknights that are considered enemies of the state that we have full authority to arrest. Now, I don't know if she's on this list. I'd rather not have to look to see if she's on this list. It's not illegal for her to be here, but it's also not illegal for certain spearheaded and hungry units within the coalition states that may not be as open-minded as I am not being right now.
Right.
I've had a bad history with cyberknights. I've had some run-ins. I don't have a good favor with them.
Your coffee is getting cold. Better drink it.
I'll drink my goddamn coffee when my headache stops. That just started all over again.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Like, stop. This is going to put a strain on all this.
I'm sure it's a complication in multiple ways. Trust me, it was a surprise when she showed up. When she handed me the letter stating that she was going to be in my service. It was a big, big surprise.
I'm just saying, be wary of others. You're on a list that makes you favorable within the coalition states. If you wanted to become a citizen, the door is much more wide open for you, even though with your abilities that would be next to impossible, but at least as long as that is suppressed and not investigated.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of my situation, and trust me,
but it gets enhanced when you have a perceived enemy of the states that just shows up, even though they're supposed to be neutral, but yet they weren't neutral when it came to helping out DBs and enemies of the state find shelter from the CS. But
what do you want me to do? You want me to turn her away?
Some of them also did good. I don't want you to turn her away. I just want you to understand this is difficult now. It throws a whole new random thing into this, and I can't stand chaos. I can't stand randomness. Everything needs to be in its place. This doesn't make any fucking sense. My head hurts. I'm getting mad. So... and I don't mean to be yelling at you. I'm going to sit down. Jay, you can't help it, but I know you're way over there, but you're well within 400 feet. But you pick up some psychic emanations that seem very angry, and you're like, uh-oh.
Mistakes were made.
Well, can't Dion and all the dog boys hear us, pretty much?
Dion's not reacting.
I mean, we're not that far away. Just upstairs.
Dion's not reacting.
Okay.
You are kind of far away, at least a good, I would say, maybe 200-300 feet. Your building's kind of large, and where the cooking and everything is done is all the way at the other end. Your front door and your shop is here, and they're all the way over here. Maybe I'll make a map in Excel and do a map of your shop or something. That would probably help.
Yeah, there's a bus inside it somewhere. So
actually, the bus is outside. It's just in another covered area.
Okay, well,
it's not really inside. It's not. I mean, that's
so it's just one of those aircraft hangar type deal warehouses.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I get you.
You bought this building used from a previous owner who abandoned it. Which the neighbors will tell you, well, he got CS raided and found out he had books and he disappeared and we never heard from that guy again.
It was lost.
You're right. And you're like, hey, all I know is that it came up on the repo, on Little Chi-Town repo.
At a discount.
Right. You were just all like, 5,000 down, that's it? Shit. That's a big space. I can take that. Power, water, everything? Washed out the previous owner? Well, I might care about that. But
you can buy a turret gunner.
Oh. Okay. Well, I didn't know if maybe they did hear us or how far their hearing can pick up things.
You can assume that Dion's hearing you, but I'm just telling you, game mechanics wise, with what's going on with him right now, he's in normal mode, air quotes, normal. He doesn't have access to any of that shit right now. So.
Oh, yeah, and I don't know how far dog boys can hear. So.
We've been role playing this, so however your characters want to perceive this is up to you. Dion rolled at 4th level. Is that what he's at? Yeah, at his 4th level roll was Power by Association, and he rolled the Popeye Syndrome linked to coffee. So what happens now is that he is only a crazy with all of his abilities when he drinks coffee. That sends him into his Superman superpower. That activates all of his abilities. When he drinks coffee, his abilities get turned on. When he's not drinking coffee, he is normal. I can't play him with all the enhancements and stuff. His psychosis blocks all of that, and he's normal. So that's the big change with Dion.
Okay.
Let's figure this out. We got to get in a bandolier of espresso shots.
Yes, yeah.
Firmest.
It's like, if combat happens, he's looking around for some coffee. That's why I have it on his character sheet now. He always carries a thermos bottle of coffee with him. It's just like, unscrew it, down it, ta-da, time to whoop someone's ass with a motorcycle. So I'm going to take my proficiency blunt motorcycle. So
Dog boys have exceptional hearing too, right?
Absolutely they do. Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to know.
Some breed of dogs have better or worse than others, but yeah. And speaking of the dogs, everyone's going to notice except Ratchet. All three of the dog boys are kind of antsy and agitated. Probably because, it's not probably, but it's because Farrah's probably sending out accidentally some bad jujus, and they're just kind of like, yep, something's going on with the boss. Yep, So they look agitated. That's for basically Dion and Harley and Jay.
Yeah, Jay's just gonna go back to where she was sleeping, just kind of sit down and just like.
Well, you feel the same emanations, but you don't have a link, obviously, as a dog boy. So, which you have been easily told by your parents what that's like. So, you looking at those dog boys, you're just all like, yeah, I've seen mom and dad act that way, So you get it. Your character would get it.
Yeah, she's still rubbing her face. It's still like, fuck.
Yeah, right. Farrah will sit down and calm down. Probably guide your hands to do some more massaging on her head. Let's not go crazy here just yet, dude.
Damn.
That doghouse. That doghouse is far away from you.
Mm-hmm. I'll be in that doghouse for a little while.
No, you'll massage her, and then she'll do some breathing exercises, and then she calms down. Jay, the psychic emanations just turn off like a light switch. And the three dog boys all just kind of sit down and just kind of look around with these looks of all like, okay, all right, chill out kind of thing. So. And Dion serves breakfast. He's going to create some eggs and synth meat plates that are going to taste good. If you're up to your individual characters, I just know I pass a cooking test, so it's not burnt and nasty. So, Jay, you get served a plate, and he'll walk over with 3 plates for the dog boy pack. One of the plates is filled with nothing but meat, and he gives that to the tall, angry dog boy who looks at it, and he's just kind of like, doesn't say thank you, but he's just kind of like, and just starts eating and, gets into it, about as close as you can get to a thanks, So Dion will come back and grab a plate and give it to
Tails back, you can't see it.
Yeah, and then gives a plate to Harley, and he'll sit down, and he's just going to be like, I actually think that Black likes my food for once. So.
Yeah, I think you're slowly wearing him down.
Which, of course, from the dog boys, one of them's going to be like, yeah, don't count on it. But anyways.
Yeah. Harley's going to look at Dion, rub her shoulder against his, and tell him that after breakfast, she needs to take a walk. She needs to go check on someone and make sure they're all right, too. It occurred to her just shortly after the first cup of coffee, she needs to check on her sisters. And, well, if anybody's hurt them, then she's going to go head hunting.
Yeah, that's fine. So, eating, Farrah calms down, little bit of kissy's face and some grab ass. When she's calm, she's much better. Let's put it that way. She'll just say that, these psychic headaches have got to stop. This is something new. So she's off today, but she really needs some rest. So she said, I will see if maybe we can get together for dinner tonight. But for today, I'm going to go to my quarters over in Chi-Town itself, and I'm going to turn on every sonic dampener I can think of and just hug a pillow and cry myself to sleep. So, but thinking of you, of course.
Oh, good. Yeah, by all means, get some rest. You look like you need it, especially after last night.
Yeah. And this morning. And while I'm gone, if you could do your best not to hire some, like, you know, goblin leyline walker to work for you would be great.
Speaking of a warlock to hire on my register, because, you know, the cashier.
While we're on that subject.
I'm kidding.
Nice smoochy face, some promises of some fun later, but she's just not herself, so.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll get Jess to walk her out.
Cool. Yeah, she gets dressed in her CS uniform. Dog boys will get up. Farrah and Ratchet will come down, go towards the front door. They go out the front door. Ratchet, your parking lot is filled with people standing there with stuff. At least 20 to 30 people just standing there waiting for you to open. As soon as that door opens up, everyone cheers and goes, "Yay!" And you're like, "What the hell?" And Farrah will actually open the door and she'll just be like, "Good God!" She's like,
"I'm popular."
Yeah. And then, of course, Farrah's going to turn and look at you and be like, "Hey!" And then
yeah, right. Better me than you, right? Yeah, I can hear it.
She runs off to her car, and the three dog boys follow.
I'm going to need some coffee.
Yeah, there is. Again, the crowd parts goes by, but all these people are right there, and there's a lady that's right out in front holding something, whatever. It's metal, it's got wires and shit, and she's
okay.
And she's just all like, "Are you open yet?"
What time is it?
What time do you want it to be? It's sometime after 8. There you go. All this shit started at 8. 8:30.
I'm going to say the whole breakfast thing was 1 hour from 9 o'clock.
Okay, great.
Been 20 minutes with her. She left. It's 9 o'clock. I opened the doors. Yeah. Let's get started.
All right. People just flock in, dude. You're filling out work orders, and it's yeah. What you will gather from all of this is that your store is being mobbed by tons of customers that are dropping off work to you, and it's all because your business is a hero and exemplifies what it is to support the coalition states.
Okay.
And one person's even going to say, "Where's Ratchet?" Actually, several people are going to be like, "Where's Ratchet? We really want to see Ratchet." And they go,
I have my little name tag.
"You're not Ratchet. Ratchet's the guy with the spikes we saw on the video. The one with the mom enhancements."
Yo, Dion! You're his lowly employee.
Yeah, Dion will come walking over. "Oh my gosh!" Like lots of customers, and he was all like, "Oh, it's Ratchet, yeah!" And they start shaking his hand, and he's just all like, "But I'm not Ratchet." And they're just all like, "Oh, we saw what you were doing on the video and in the news and stuff." And he's all like, "News, video, what?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, they play it, and people bring up video things and set it out, and they start playing." The coalition states CCTV network put out a huge news story, and this news story basically shows from an aerial view the riots going on, and it has this person who talks in a voice that is propagandist coalition obviously pro coalition states. The words and the way that he phrases stuff just makes you just be like, Jesus, you're like just fondling everything of the coalition states. This guy is just all like, how do they put this? How wonderful it was that there was non-citizen involvement against the atrocities of the rioters that involved DBs and magic users who were taken care of by private non-citizens. But this exemplifies why the coalition states is as strong as it is, because Chi-Town is surrounded by loyalists that are working hard to be and working just like, and then it'll have like a street map, and it'll have actually Ratchet, your building is highlighted. It's going to have a digital flag that comes up that says Ratchet Wrenches, and it's going to say, including these wonderful patrons here of Ratchet Wrenches who defended their business. And it's going to show Dion out there with a motorcycle mowing shit down, and all they go is all like, look at this owner and the great job that he is doing to protect him and his family and making sure that they provide the necessary, whatever. I can't come up with everything, but it's just right. And Ratchet's just like, uh-huh. So, and the video just covers the CS stomping the guts out of people, shooting up guys, the cops, and of course they do this whole memorial to the 2 slain officers by the atrocious actions of the DBs. And there'll be a splash of, in the background you can see when they talk about the citizens coming out and helping to defend. There's going to be a splash video of about 2.5-3 seconds of Harley out there blowing up, with their mule, shooting some guys over. And then there'll be another video of that is, and this is craftily edited, of Jay helping out someone and then turning around. And that, Jay, this is the point where you like just stab that guy all the way through with your sword. They don't show that at all. It's just really crafty when you stood up and then the guy fell down, and, the voiceover is just all like, in defense of our lovely citizens, everyone was doing their job of chipping in. No mention of what you are or anything, just, in general, people helped out. And then with Dion, it just says, this wonderful citizen just going through it and giving it to the DBs. Yeah. And then there's a video of Recrimination Squad all high-fiving Dion, and Dion slapping everyone's, and apparently someone had a shoulder mount camera, and there's some audio of Dion actually being all like, yeah, we taught them what for, yeah, they'll never come over here, and then there's some voice overlays that kind of makes it sound like, don't mess with Ratchet Wrenches, yeah, and then CS guys are all high-fiving and everything, and then the big old CS logo comes up there for the end, and it just says, be vigilant non-citizens, and one of these days, this could be you. And then the video cuts out, and everyone's all like, yay! And patting Dion and patting and shaking your hand, Ratchet, and some of them get it, and they're just all like, oh, you're Ratchet. That's just, that's cool, but your business is awesome, and because of that, fix my toaster. Here's 2,000 credits. I'll pick it up tomorrow. You're just all like, huh?
Right.
So there's a line of people.
Wow. Now, I wonder how much of the stuff he's fixing have energy shots in it and so forth, arrows stuck into it, fire damage.
There might be,
blow the microwave, blow the tomato steamer, basically, and they got the rice cooker. It's like, you fucking bandeos! And then it went an exploding duct.
Horrible.
Oh, there was also a short video blurb when they were talking about the magic users. The camera is actually going to pan down, and it's going to pan to the guy that got that Lou, Thomas's character, flash fired with magic, and it was just like basically armor laying there with, you know, dust because he used mega damage and it just flash fired that guy. There's actually going to be a shot of that body, and the propaganda video is basically going to say that the magic users had no match for the coalition defenders and non-citizens ganging up on them, and this is what happens when you're a magic user in the coalition states, kind of thing. So oh crap, you still have a body in your cupboard.
Yeah, they're still alive, I thought.
Thomas needed to be here for today. I was all like,
yeah, his prisoner.
Yeah, his bagged and tagged and prisoner.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm pretty sure if we heard him in the morning, we're gonna take his ass out.
Yeah, really.
Especially when Farrah and them show up. I'm pretty sure the dog boys are like,
yeah.
What the fuck is that noise?
Here, we saved you one.
Farrah, is there a guy in a bag tied up in your cupboard? Maybe.
I think so.
I'm not quite sure. It belongs to someone else. They just dropped him off, and
Right.
he's not here. He's not here, so I'm just going to GM that Lou took him with him somehow. That's
fine.
So the guy's not there, but yeah, that happened.
Crazy.
So yeah, this propagandist video, you have 80,000 credits of work, but it's going to take easily about 12 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Peter shows up too, by the way, about 9 o'clock, and he's just all like, "Hey, I'm here. Why the fuck did you set the power supply on fire? What the hell happened?"
Listen here, fuckwad. I did not encourage someone to set it on fire, okay? I try to put it out.
Does he not
we had a riot
on the shed?
Not see the goddamn news.
Right. So he's just like, "Well, okay, I'm just gonna, I got work. I was hired to do a job. I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Do the job.
I'll log if it takes more time."
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and then he sits down and goes to work. Strangely enough, he doesn't go over to Harley and say anything.
Better off.
Not yet.
No, and unless you make an active thing to go talk to him, he does his best to ignore you all day. And
it's not going to be hard because, like I said, once she finishes breakfast, she gets her gear and stuff on, including her armor and her duster, and she gives Dion a kiss goodbye. She's out the door. She's heading for her sister's place as fast as she can go.
Okay, not a problem. Dion's just going to hang out, and of course, he's mechanically inclined. He's just all like, "I got my gloves, I got my workout uniform, all my leathers and non-stainable oil fabric protectors. I'm good. Let's do this."
You gonna help me?
You're just like, "Okay, let's go to work there, big guy."
Come on, Ratchet. Let's get this done.
Yeah, I mean, he's got field armor, so he can do whatever welding and stuff like that. He's got basic mechanics. He can help fix some stuff. He's just not an electrical guy. He's got no electrical skills whatsoever. Let me make sure I'm saying that correctly. Yes. General repair and maintenance, field armor and munitions, and basic mechanics. That's what he has.
Oh, most of the stuff coming in is just basic mechanics.
And general maintenance, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a total of 12 hours of work. If the two of you gang up on it, like, you could get it done half the time.
Yeah.
But at 6 hours from now, the two of you can knock it all out, and you can go ahead and put on your character sheet. You got 80,000 credits.
I'm going to split it too, also between me and him.
Whatever. He doesn't know what you get. And he's just like,
fine.
Yeah, he don't care.
Yeah, he don't care.
Yeah.
He's
actually gonna say, like, I think I'm kind of broke with buying all my stuff, so I keep it all. Do what you want.
You are fine. I assure you.
Did you talk
After
to Harley?
today, you're definitely fine. Huh?
Did you talk to Harley? She said the same thing the other night.
What?
That I was like all fine and everything. Just
Well,
wondering.
you're not bad, are you?
No, I was just wondering what that meant.
Means you're doing good. What?
Oh, well, it was during sex, so I guess that makes sense.
Well, good. I'm glad it's.
We cleared that
What
up.
we having for? And shit. What is it like? 4:30, 6. So I was saying it's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
There's not much else that's going to go on other than Harley. You go over to check on your sisters. They were kind of worried about the riot stuff, but they weren't located near where the riot was. They just heard what had happened, and then they saw the video, and they're just all like, is the guy that of course you get the questions of like, I thought the guy that you were dating was Dion. Why is he called Ratchet in the video? And he's like all of a sudden the superhero of the CS, kind of thing. So,
and she tells him because he picked up a motorcycle and beat the crap out of a whole bunch of gangbunks.
yeah, we got that.
Apparently, you can be a hero is pick up a motorcycle and beat somebody to death with it. I mean, I put about 8 or 10 rounds in a number of random gang members. I thought it was kind of fun. Then Retribution Squad showed up and did street cleaning.
Yeah, we saw all that. There was a little video blurb of you out in the street that we saw. So, but no, they're doing fine. So they're okay.
That's the main thing she was checking on, was just that bit. If they're okay, then she'll hang for a little while and then return to Ratchet's place. She thinks she's going to have to take the new dog boy out and stretch her legs a little bit. Get her out of the house and get her feeling a little less antsy.
Are you saying you're going to take the Cyber Knight dog boy for a walk?
Wow. Jesus, wow. As long as you don't pull out a leash.
Come on, Jay. Who wants to go outside? Who wants to go outside?
Get punched with a shield.
Belly rubs.
That is a good way to get punched with a shield.
Start rubbing her belly. She just looks at you like, stop. Really? Just.
Yeah, it just depends if I hit the right spot or not.
Well, she's covered in cyber armor, so there's some fur in between, crevices that, for movement and mobility, but she does have cyber armor, so she's not 100% covered in fur, guys, so,
That's when I pick up the hand-mounted sander with that large fluff wheel. Like you're spreading the wax on the car. The buffer.
High-speed buffer.
Okay, there you are.
Due to the armor I took off, one of the fuckers scratched it.
Nice son of a bitch. Dion can fix that. He's got armor, so he can weld that. And we actually have mega damage materials. So
who needs turtle wax? We got cyber wax.
Yeah, that was just wrong. So fixing stuff, and then somewhere, say noonish, Harley gets back to, because I take it you don't stay very long.
Like I said, she was check on, make sure they're fine. They're okay. They got plenty of funds. They're good on food. Nobody bothered them. She'll stay in contact. She figures, okay, let him head. She'll head back to the shop. And like I said, she intends to try to basically take the dog boy for a walk. Try to get her out of the shop and get her to calm down.
As far as funds goes, your oldest sister, I rolled. She does say that there was a couple of bills that came through that they're having a hard time with. That if you have, 1,000 or something like that you could give them so they can pay them. It would be nice.
She'll leave 5,000 for them.
They could also get some groceries and stuff. So
she'll leave 5,000 for them.
Okay, all right. Take it off your character sheet.
Yep.
So then in the afternoon you get back. Jay, is there anything that you need to do while everyone's working and leaving?
She'll probably ask Dion, like, after, like, whenever he gets a chance, could you see about fixing the thing that the little shits did to her armor?
Yeah, that won't take but a couple of minutes. He's just all like, oh yeah, and that's just, we've got heavy composite material, so he'll just run a bead and buff it out and be like, done. Took like 5 minutes, if that. So your armors, you can take the damage off of your scratched armor. What was it, like 2 MD or something like that?
Where's the just 3.
Oh, it's still a scratch, so easy. Yeah, just took minutes.
Okay. And then she's probably going to be like in her black clothing, just kind of be as inconspicuous as possible.
Yeah.
Just because she's kind of like.
Well, you do have basic mechanics as a skill, so I mean there is stuff that's dropped off that you're looking at and you're just all like, I can replace that gear. I know that, kind of stuff.
She'll help out where she can, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally up to you. You can ask. This is what we're doing today, so.
Although, if there's mention of just taking a second to walk and let off some steam, she'll be happy. But as soon as she starts doing the who's a good dog, she's going to have some restraints on trying not to deck.
Yeah, this is while Harley is gone. And basic mechanics covers a general familiarity with the understanding of basic mechanics. The character can fix a toaster, repair a bicycle, replace a belt on a motor, repair or replace a switch, handle, or knob. Things like that. States spark plugs, change oil, assist in automotive repairs, maintain machinery. Stuff like that. So it's just yeah, you know your way around basic mechanics, and that's pretty much everything that's been dropped off is just fixing stuff. There might be some electrical work, but that's what we have Ratchet for. Ratchet will look at it and go, that's me, leave that here, and this is mechanical, and he can just give you the work. Once he understands that you know basic mechanics, he'll just shove the work off to you and Dion to do. So, and then he can work on stuff that is electrical in nature, if there's wiring or stuff like that. So the three of us,
let her know that she doesn't have to. I mean, if she wants to help, she is more welcome to, but she does not have to.
Well,
she has nothing good at this moment.
Yeah, I think he said that she was going to come over and help. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then later on in the afternoon, Harley will show up and then probably tell you, "Hey, let's go. We're leaving for a little while."
Yeah.
So the 12 hours of work is roughly going to be about 5 hours now.
Nice.
So we'll finish just in the early afternoon. We can have everything knocked out, and 80,000 is all yours, and we're good.
Cool. I'll give Jay 20.
The most money she's ever going to have for a while.
20 go back in.
Okay, where is
20 credits? Wow.
It's down to the bottom of the sheet just after equipment. Look a little further down.
Not yet.
Yeah. So I adjusted what I gave into Dion and me and myself. And then I gave you 20K.
Okay.
I don't write down money for Dion ever. In fact, I've wiped out his money. He gave you everything he had. So
I have the records.
I played Dion to where he has no cash. He's just like, if I need money, I'll ask. And I've already gotten in trouble with having money. I bought too many tacos one day. So
yep, I'm his ATM.
Yeah.
Hey, but you won with the tacos. You won.
This is true. So what will Harley what is it that you want to get done?
Basically, when I have her to come with me to go for a walk, just going to basically walk a few blocks up the way, down the way, show her the areas we go to frequently, and effectively try to get her to calm down.
Oh,
she looked nervous. Harley couldn't tell Farah because Farrah was during the middle of the night and she would sleep, but she could at least tell through looking at the big dog boy today that she was on edge. She was irritated, bothered, and I figured get her out of the shop, get her to stretch her legs, calm down, and maybe eventually start making her open up. It'll take time, but I have to see.
Yeah, and you can tell she's exhausted because she didn't sleep with a shit.
Do you say what?
Nightmares. Don't know what about them, just nightmares.
Okay.
Harley gets the idea of like repressed memories, some trauma that you're hiding, maybe you don't know about yet. You have to fight through it eventually.
I don't remember the details. It's just I couldn't sleep.
Like I said, her thought is potential trauma and so forth. Something, maybe your mind hid something from you that it's now just starting to try to come to the surface. Not necessarily a bad thing, but like I said, you may have to fight through it. As for anything else, I did notice that the three dog boys seemed a little agitated when Farrah came down, and she walked over to you. I'm not sure why. I just know they seem to be on edge to the point of I was actually kind of worried that there was going to be a shootout again.
Another shootout in Ratchet's house. Oh, good.
Yeah, we really needed that one this time. Really, we did.
Try to avoid that, please.
Well, I can tell you speaking personally, she's a friend of mine. I owe her my life. I do owe her. And I basically sworn to repay that favor as best I can when necessary. She has asked a couple things of me. I intend to do them fully. But as far as I'm concerned, for the time being, she's a colleague and a companion. It's nice having her and the dogs around, to be honest. It's extra security. She's really there for just Ratchet. She enjoys her squeeze toy. It's one of those things. She has something she enjoys playing with. She visits every once in a while. She dances pretty good too. And she's got him. I've got our little cook. It's one of those things. We'll find you somebody someday. Don't worry.
And face with hand, loud, damn near slapping herself, just facepalm.
Clifford the big red dog or something?
That's smart. It takes Size Queen to a whole new level.
So, Jay, it will become readily apparent that Harley has no idea what a Psy Stalker or that you have psionic abilities or that a Psy Stalker, how they control their dog boys. In this conversation with Harley, it becomes readily apparent with you when she was asking about, why were the dog boys agitated and stuff. She probably has no idea how the whole psychic bond thing works.
She'll do her best to explain that just from her limited knowledge.
And how would that go?
Jeez. You're asking a new player who doesn't know shit.
Well, do I have to make a roll, Keith, to understand? Or is this more confusing? Do I blow it or not?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to see what he says on this. I mean, this is interactive role playing. This is how you get your point across. I mean, we've made the roles. You know from what we've discussed about how Psy Stalkers control and stuff. I mean, speak what you think your character would know, basically.
Yeah.
Whether it's right or wrong, but it's your character, how it's their perception.
And she will say, from what I understand, what my parents told me, they have a connection. Like their minds are interconnected, unable to really separate unless something else happens. But they can transfer feelings.
Well, that spoils some of the fantasy.
That depends on what you're feeling.
You go, Ratchet.
That one back to my hip later. That's actually not too bad.
Go, Ratchet. Go, Ratchet. It's your birthday.
See all the dog boys just raising their roof.
I could tell that she wasn't happy, and I'm not even connected to her. I didn't have to hear her to feel that.
One of my favorite lines in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Hey, Krillin, do you hear that? I feel that. There's a thing where Vegeta was really mad about them taking the Dragon Balls away from him.
When is it Vegeta mad?
Well, Vegeta mad is just perpetual. We know. So okay, so the two of you have some girl talk. Wasn't trying to make Brandon uncomfortable. I just this is part of role playing, getting characters to know each other. I mean, that's the perfect time, right? So the two of you go off and go talk and maybe have a better understanding of each other.
And if you do have questions for her, she ain't got a problem with answering those. She can tell you a few things that she knows.
Jay's going to make I'm just going to say, I am going to avoid her for a while until she decides whether or not she wants to kill me.
Well, hopefully if she decides she wants to kill you, she'll give you a warning.
Like what? One of them barking?
Would you rather she just shoot you in the back of the head from a distance by a sniper?
I don't think it would be out of realm of question for a coalition operative to do so.
Let's put it this way.
Can't argue
I myself
against that.
Trust them about as far as I can throw them, with only certain exceptions. I don't trust authority figures myself. As far as I'm concerned, basically, I give both humans and non-humans the benefit of the doubt. Their actions prove what they are to me as to whether I can or can't trust them. When they burn the bridge between me and them, I don't care about drawing a crosshair on them at all. It doesn't bother me in the least to shoot them. But if they prove themselves, it's something that it's a case-by-case basis. But authority in general, I don't trust. The coalition I have suspicions between you, me, and the fence post that the coalition itself has made two of my family vanish. Reasons unknown. And I think possibly even my mom. So I have my own thoughts about them. But like I said, Farrah's proven to be a good friend, and I do owe her my life. So she will get the benefit of the doubt.
I will do my best, but just horror stories of parents who have escaped, if you will.
All you can do basically is keep it to yourself, try to keep the emotions under control, and go with the case by case.
If you say so. Although you do notice Jay is not looking anywhere near the big walls of death. That's what they are.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I think there's some distance away from those, aren't we? I mean, like about a good 4 or 5 miles, maybe?
More than that. You guys are kind of
But
out on the outskirts.
There's some distance away.
They're more like...
They're still big.
Yeah, probably. You might be like 10 miles away, but that doesn't stop you from seeing them.
I mean, it is a small mountain.
The way I see it is, all people, notice the word I'm using, deserve a chance at showing who they are. I'm not a fan of someone going around and saying that you don't qualify to be a person.
As we walk in a large half circle, eventually coming around back to Ratchet's, her attitude is, welcome to the world. Unfortunately, it's the ones in power that can do this, or the ones that have power. Those who can resist and fight back should. Just do it smartly.
I have a feeling not being smart about what you do is how you disappear.
It'll at least get you shot at.
Yeah. I just hope I didn't put Ratchet into too deep shit.
My ears are twitching.
Rubbing on your ears a little bit, going like, man,
Someone's talking about me.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys make it back to, we'll cut it there and have you guys meet back over at Ratchet's shop. Ratchet, you're getting the work done. Peter is there. He takes off to go get some lunch and then comes back and continues his work.
If we get done early on the basic stuff, I'm gonna help him out.
Oh, I thought you were gonna work on your shotgun.
You know what? I think I'm almost done with the shotgun. I think I only have 5 hours left. Yeah, I'll probably work on the shotgun. Though I still have a ton of hours for the damn converter.
Yeah, he's gonna knock out 8 hours total for the converter. So
get down.
If you want to work on your shotgun, you can.
Yeah, I'll work on my shotgun.
Get a good couple of hours for that.
Yeah, maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah, we can easily do 3. That'll put it 5, 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because that's when that Peter guy is going to leave.
Okay.
So Jay, there's this other short, very heavy set, obese dude who shows up and does work on a energy clip converter from a reclaimed nuclear power cell that Ratchet has. So apparently this guy comes in and just does work on that, and then he leaves.
Okay.
And he's like angry all the time. He's kind of a dick.
Because he ain't getting on.
He kind of got told, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He's got the hots for Harley, and she told him no.
And then Dion told him no.
Yeah, so now he's got rejectionitis.
She didn't tell him no. I think Dion was the one that did it. And that kind of like, okay, it's on now.
Well, yeah. So later that evening, we'll start. Dion will get done with his work, and they'll start setting up for for cooking. You're still doing your work on your shotgun there, Ratchet. Everyone else, I guess, here is at the shop just doing cleanup and getting other stuff done.
Right, I'll close up the shop though.
Right, and the people come by and pick up stuff that you get done, and some people will pick it up the next day. They said so, but the thing is, the big thing is you got all the work done.
Yeah.
Harley, when they start all working on stuff, are you going to go back out and work on the bus some more? That's what you were doing before.
Yeah, basically, when she's had her stretch, everything is good. She feels at ease because her sisters are safe. Take off her gear, weapons, and so forth, and get her tools and stuff on, and get out there and start working on that bus to fulfill her promise.
Yeah.
I think Jay would try to help with that if she can.
You got general repair and maintenance, and you've got basic mechanics, so that won't be a problem. You still got a lot. No, there's a lot of work that needs to be done to that bus. So
it looks like somebody set off a grenade on the inside of the bus.
Yep. Yeah. The pilot's compartment is all gooey, burnt grenade bits. Looks like they steered it here with a pair of vice grips attached to the drive shaft or steering shaft. So.
That's what you call raw talent.
Well, you know.
Well, there's another word, but I'm not going to use that. I'm not my grandfather. Come on.
So you guys are working. It's basically a 30-foot long equivalent of a Greyhound bus. It's one of those types of buses.
It's flat-nosed?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not like a school bus where it's got the elongated nose. No, the engine is all the way in the back.
Okay.
Like a commute bus, Greyhound bus.
Right.
That's what this thing
Sweet.
was. That's why the front got all blown up. I mean, the front is, again, it's half window, half grill for intake and compressors and stuff that's up front.
Oh, cool.
And all that got blown out by a well-placed grenade.
Mm-hmm.
Which Harley's all like, hey, that was a good shot. Didn't you guys see that? That was a great shot.
Great shot.
Yeah, fantastic shot, dumbass. Aw. Yeah, so you guys are doing work on replacing that. Dion's busy. So Ratchet, at this time, just a little after 6, you get the equivalent of a text message, and it's from Farah. And it just says, I think I'm in trouble.
Uh-oh. I'll text her back. Oh, noes.
Oh, noes.
Oh, noes. What's going on?
And then what gets sent back is coordinates. And the last message, it just says, need help. You think that there might be more to it, but it may be that it didn't go through.
Okay. Well, fuck. Okay. I'm gonna run downstairs and tell everyone, let's go.
All right. You have land navigation as a skill. You can roll it and cross-reference it on a computer.
Do that. You sure? Read sensory. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Go down.
Yeah, if you hit read sensory, it's only 2 below that. So, yeah, you're right there.
Yeah. Right. 23.
Not a problem. It points, the coordinates point to a location in the northern area of Graveltown, which is a shanty town.
Okay.
And it's going to be, wow, easily 40 miles away. Because you guys are all the way at the southern part of Little Chi-Town. You got to drive all the way through Little Chi-Town to the northern tip and then cross over into Graveltown.
Right.
And Graveltown is called Graveltown because it's basically a big hole of rocks. And then people just took up residency there. Like I said, it's a shanty town. They don't have power. They don't have water. It's basically, squatting rights. I think it was purged recently, and that's why it's called Graveltown. I have to look it up in the source book. Graveltown, also known as Pit Town in the Pits, because it is built in and around an old gravel pit, mostly residential, tunnels and underground dwellings, plus Pueblo Indian-style dwellings line the walls of the town and gravel pit. It's actually only 4 years old, and this is actually its third incarnation, with half the place being destroyed on 2 different occasions, with one of them claiming it was a, air quotes, accident. The other one was a deliberate coalition purge. So,
what?
Yeah. That's just basic information of what you know about Graveltown. So your character will know that just from being from this area. So you're just all like, what the hell is she doing in Graveltown? Well, her job is to patrol these areas. But she was supposed to be off today. She did say she was off, but okay.
Okay. After looking at my phone in my room, I'm going to determine where she's at. I'm going to go for my pulse rifle. I'm going to yell out my door, everyone get ready, we're leaving. I just got a call for help.
Oh, Dion's just going to say that for who? What's going on?
Bear's in trouble.
He grabs a thermos and chugs the thermos and goes, let's get after it.
Yeah. Get in the truck. Let's get going.
Dion's going to jump into his gladiator armor and get out his Borg railgun, Little Debbie, and he's like, let's go. I'm in. So Ratchet, you're actually going to put your armor on, your light armor?
Yeah, my armor and then my pulse rifle, and then I'm going to start heading down. I'm like, let's go. Okay. Jay, you with us?
Yeah, Jay's going to follow suit. Put on her armor and get everything she needs and head out.
All right. Just so you know, this is for fair. This is my girl. I got to go to her.
Says something under her breath, but don't know if you hear it.
Harley, where are you at for this?
Trying to see if I can beat Dion into the truck. Got my 2 guns, full armor gear, and my duster. I'm not going to get caught with that armor again. Make sure we lock the shop up.
Yeah.
So Harley, which guns are you taking? You have a choice, so I'm just wondering which ones you're going to take.
She's taking the NGL-6 and the Mule.
Okay. Are you taking your pistols as well, the 2 pistols? Or is that just kind of considered those are always going if I'm leaving kind of thing?
Yep, it's always good to have at least something on hand at all times. The pistols work well. They don't get in the way, they're on her hips. Yeah. Or in a couple of pockets, but you get the idea.
Dion, because he's putting on his armor, he's going to have his 2 NG-45 pistols, and then he's grabbing his Borg railgun because it's big. And now he's got the strength to heft that thing up and take it, because and all of you will notice that once everyone's getting ready, when he drinks his coffee and just kind of makes this shaking motion of all magic potion kicking in, he does physically look bigger, and he's moving much faster now. He's just like,
Noted. Yeah, that is some damn good coffee.
God, that freaking stuff is awesome. I don't know if it's that awesome what's doing to him, but I'm going to let it happen.
But I'll let him take it.
Yeah.
Jay's going to be jealous. What the hell? He didn't do that to me.
He didn't give me the espresso he made.
For sure.
So we're gonna jump.
Yes,
we're gonna jump in Dion's truck. Is that what we're taking?
Yeah, we'll take the truck.
We'll get going because we're looking at probably 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how Dion drives there, how fast we're gonna get there.
I tell him where we're going.